Hi guys, it's DW. So I've been back at work for a week. It's been what we call Victory Week, and it's just basically the 100th anniversary of my unit. So we're celebrating that, and it's been kind of like a big Commander's Cup type thing. Like there's been a lot of sports going on, a lot of competition between the different like subunits. We've been let out of work for it, like only the essential personnel are in work. So that's been really neat. It's kind of cool to come home from 3 weeks of leave and, basically have a fun week of work. That was pretty cool. So I got a question last month. What is the biggest change in you personally, and who are you now compared to who you were before you joined the military? I know I talked about this a little bit in my first video, but I guess I'll try to go more into depth. I guess the biggest thing that's changed about me is my confidence level. I am a lot more confident in myself. I have a higher self-esteem. Throughout a military career, you face a lot of new situations, and you wouldn't have thought you would have ever had to go through them, or you ever could go through them, but when you get there, you really have no choice. And once you get through it, it's like, hey, I did that. It's like I didn't think I would be able to do that, but I did it. And, it kind of makes you more able in the future to say, I can do this. Not look at something and be like, I don't know if I can do it. You look at something with, okay, let's do it. It kind of changes your attitude and your confidence and your ability to do things. And I think that would be a big change in me, is that I am now very much more likely to say, yeah, I can do that, I'll try. If I fail, I fail, but I'll definitely try. And, I think I used to be really timid and scared to try things that I wasn't sure if I could be able to do before. And now that I've had to do them, now that I've had to face things and get through them, and I found out that I'm able to, it just tells me that if I try hard enough, I'll be able to do anything. So that's a big change in me. My social ability has changed. I used to not really be sociable at all. Like, I didn't like to be around people. While I still spend time by myself and I'm not around people all the time, I am more likely to be able to go out with friends or to hang out. I think just that's because, like, mostly in basic, like, you never had time. Like, you were always with somebody, and in AIT you were always with people. So I guess it kind of got me used to being around people and interacting with people. And I've gotten a lot more used to interacting with people, and I am getting a lot better at it now. And I won't say that I'm stellar, because I'm not, but I would say that I'm getting better. And so that's a big change. I am more likely to stand up for myself, and say, no, this is what I need. These are my thoughts. That's been a big part. Comparing myself to who I was before I joined the military, I almost don't remember that person, because I do feel like I am so different. I had this shell, and every time I would get scared, or every time, like, something would happen, I would just go back into that shell, and I would try to hide. I didn't want to be out of that shell around people. Not saying that I didn't, face challenges and take them on. In high school I did. Now, I'm less likely to retract into that shell. And I do occasionally, but it's not all the time. I used to spend most of my time inside the dark confines of that shell, and now it's not so much, which is good. And I think that kind of goes along with the boost in self-confidence, because the more confident you are, the more comfortable you're going to be around people. And not just that, but my job is, since I'm a systems maintainer, I fix computers, I'm basically an IT person. And when you're an IT person, it's about half of what you do is customer service and dealing with, the person whose computer or system is not functioning, and you have to talk to them and be like, hey, what's going on, and you have to be able to have those communication skills. And so I think that's part of how I've gotten so much better, because I've just kind of had to, and that comes along with, the facing your challenges and getting through them. I mean, so it kind of all ties in together. It was a little bit through basic and AIT, but when I deployed, about halfway through my deployment, was when I started to see, and really be able to recognize these big changes. It's been really good for me. Another thing that the military has changed about me is that I'm a little bit more focused on my own health. Like eating better and staying in shape and that kind of thing. I don't even know if I would say that's changed. It's just improved, because I always tried to eat good, but it's better now. Like, I eat better than I did before, and I control it a little bit better. Like, anyway, yeah. I have a little bit more self-control. Because when I was angry or upset beforehand, I would just let it all go. Like, I would get angry, I would get mad, I would get upset. But since I joined the Army, I've kind of had to control that, because you can't get mad, you can't get angry, and you have to learn how to control yourself and how to control your own emotions and recognize that you're having those emotions, and deal with them in a productive way. But you can't just get angry with someone, because it's not gonna solve anything. You have to learn how to deal with things in a professional way. We all have the same end game, and you really just have to learn how to work with people, even if you don't necessarily get along with them. You just have to work with them. Overall, I would say that I am a better person since I joined the military. Like, it's been the best decision in my life, and it has really turned me into a more personable person. I like myself better, a more able person, and just a more confident person. I feel like generally I'm just a better person. I can't really think of any other way to compare myself to before. That would be the way to say it, I think, is I'm just overall a better person since I joined. And I know myself a lot better. And I am very much looking forward to continue improving myself. And that's one of the big things about the military, is self-improvement, and always striving to be just a little bit better, just one more step forward. And you don't want to take steps backward. That is frowned upon. I think in every, professional area, it's frowned upon to take steps backward. That is one thing that's really affected me and affected my life and had a impact on who I am. I've seen other people that are the way I am, and then I've seen people that are a complete opposite from the way I am. It just depends on the kind of person that you are to start out with, and the kind of person that you want to be. If you don't want to be a better person and you don't want to improve yourself, then you're not going to. And it could even have the opposite effect. Or I think that's probably something that people should know before they go in, is that you will not be the same person that you were before you left. I mean, you probably won't be. I can't say everyone is different and it changes everyone, but I don't personally know anyone that I don't think has changed. So yeah, that's what I got to say on that. Hit me with your questions in the comments. Like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff if you want, and I'll see you around.